What about times? Well, you're going to notice date time. So yes, it can in fact store times. There we go. So if we go in, we say date time .now, you're going to notice that I could go in, grab the hour, grab the minute, grab the second to go in and print all of that out. And you'll also notice that there's a whole bunch of different format strings that are available. Remember again, strftime.org will show you all of those that are available. I'm not going to sit here and just keep reading them all to you.
You wouldn't memorize them anyway.
Well, yeah.
There's no point. You look them up when you need them.
Exactly. And me reading them, I would just wind up putting people to sleep. Yeah.
And it's late. It's late in India right now.
Exactly.
So
yeah. It's late a lot of places right now. Yeah. Okay. So let's just kind of go back to my little code. I'm just going to comment that bottom part out again. Control K, Control C, Control K, Control C.
Yep.
Comment. I'm just going to sneak back up here, and I'm just going to say print current date, and let's go in and say current date dot day or dot minutes.
Okay.
There we go. And hold on one second, because I think I'm going to be wrong up here. There we go. I want now, not just today.
Yeah,
I want now.
Okay.
So now, let me go back in.
Do you want to go just double check that syntax on the slide?
There we go.
Okay.
Nope,
I'm
just good.
Missing a close. We were talking earlier about closing
Have
double
some
brackets.
faith.
All right.
And now, have some faith, and I still blew it. But that's okay. So let me do this. I've got all sorts of funny things going on.
Sure, I wasn't quite sure why you had that extra date in there.
There we go. And I'm still missing something. That's all right. You know what I'm going to do? You know why? Because I had started going one direction, and I just sort of went a different direction with all of that. But
that's fine.
Yeah, but in any event, and I'm just going to leave that there at the moment. But what you're going to notice there is that we could go in, use the date time like that. We could also go back in and go grab our hour, our minute.
We have properties. We have properties just like we did with dates. We could use string of time, just like we did with dates. The only difference is we're dealing with the times.
Exactly. Yep. So there's our little minute, and then away we go from there. So you can go in and go grab all of that, and there it is. Okay. So dates, times. Again, here's the thing. You are going to find yourself working with date times on a regular basis. And yes, as we've seen, working with date times, again, not difficult.
It's fiddly.
It's fiddly. It's a little funky. It's a little bit of can be a little quirky at times. The biggest thing that I really want to have gotten across here is sort of three things. Number one is the fact that we do have date time.
Yes.
Number two, the basics of how to go in and play around with date times, how to accept user input, how to do a little bit of math, a little bit of display functionality. And then finally, last but not least, number three, and this is the biggest point, and it's a point that I know I've made over and over and over again today, but it really is that important. Whatever it is that you're going to be looking to do, somebody else has done it. There are utilities that are out there. Don't be afraid to go grab them. That we talked about the date util. We talked about localization utilities. We talked about the function strings. Go take a look at all of those. Go use those to help make your life easier. Okay, so with that, I have a challenge.
All right, and this one, be prepared. You've seen us struggling with the formats of this one, so this one's going to be a little more difficult for you because you're going to have to deal with some of the formatting issues.
So what you want to do, ask your user, give you a deadline, figure out how many days it is that they're going to have, maybe also go ahead and give it to them in some combination of like weeks and days.
So I would suggest, first of all, just try and solve it so it tells them how many days they have to complete the project.
Yep.
Once you get that working, then you say, all right, bring it on. Now I'm going to break it down and give it to them as days and hours or days and minutes and things like that. So break it down. But I would suggest get the first part working and then go to the next level.
Yep. Cool. Well, with that, what do you say we take 10 minutes?
Yep.
And then we'll come on back, depending on something. I was trying to get a segue. I was trying to get a joke there, and it failed. We're going to talk about if statements, which is all about we're going to do one thing if something is true. So depending on this, we're going to do. Anyway.
You were just trying to be clever. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
There we go.
Talk
We'll
about
be back
if
in about 10 minutes. All right. We'll see you then.